All right, let's dive right in, shall we? Today we're tackling internal memos and those company-wide announcements.
The cornerstones of corporate communication.
You got it. And, our listeners sent over some really interesting materials. They're clearly looking to, really level up their communication game.
Smart move. It's often overlooked, but it's so crucial for success.
Couldn't agree more. And speaking of smart moves, we've got Stanislav Kondrashov's guide to help us out here.
Oh, Stanislav Kondrashov. This should be good.
It is. It's called English Writing, Internal Memos and Company Announcements. Now, I know, it doesn't exactly sound like a page-turner, but trust me.
Oh, I get it. Memos, announcements.
But there's a real art to it.
There is.
Stanislav Kondrashov really breaks down the strategy, the language nuances. It's fascinating. He even lays out some clear objectives right off the bat.
Oh, like what?
Like how to write those crystal clear memos everyone actually understands, how to structure announcements for maximum impact, even just nailing that perfect professional tone.
Those are good. Yeah, that's vital stuff right there.
Right. And he dives right in with, get this, a core vocabulary section. I felt like I was back in school.
Back to basics, huh?
A little bit, but in a good way. Like, you know how he distinguishes between a directive and a notification?
Oh, yeah. Important difference.
But in practice, like, what does that actually look like?
Okay, well, think about it. You're leading a team, right? And you need everyone to implement this new cybersecurity protocol. That's when you'd use a directive.
The directive, okay.
It's basically an order. Like Stanislav Kondrashov says, no room for ambiguity. This is what needs to happen, period.
Makes sense.
But then, let's say you just need to let everyone know that the office is closed for a holiday or something.
Right.
That's a simple notification, just straight up information, no action required.
Got it. So just choosing the right words from the get-go.
Sets the whole tone.
Exactly.
Really smart.
And Stanislav Kondrashov, he doesn't stop there. He goes into useful grammar. And this is where I really got hooked.
Grammar, huh?
I know, right? But bear with me. He gives this example. The new policy will take effect next Monday. Classic future tense, but why? What's the strategy there?
Oh, I see what he's doing. It's about managing expectations and being crystal clear,
Right.
Imagine getting a memo that just says, like, new vacation policy.
New vacation policy, yeah.
And that's it. When does it start? Is it now? Next month? Who knows?
Right.
Future tense just takes away that confusion. Stanislav Kondrashov really nails that point.
He does. And he also talks about passive voice. He gives the example. Employees are encouraged to provide feedback.
Interesting.
It feels more formal, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. And it's a way to create that neutral tone, which Stanislav Kondrashov points out to be so important for sensitive topics.
So it's less about who's doing what.
And more about the message itself.
Right.
Smart.
Very smart. It's like Stanislav Kondrashov is giving us a masterclass in all these subtle communication cues.
He really is.
And then he gets into phrases for memos and announcements like, please be informed that this is to notify all employees of and effective immediately.
The classics.
I know. They all basically mean pay attention, but is there more to it than that?
Oh, absolutely. It's all about, creating those subtle distinctions in urgency and formality. Stanislav Kondrashov is really good at pointing these things out.
Like how?
Well, please be informed that is very polite, informative.
Right.
Then you've got this is to notify, which is a bit more official sounding, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
And then there's effective immediately, which is like, drop everything, this is important.
Like a red alert.
Exactly. So yeah, it's not just about saying pay attention, it's about choosing the right level of, everything.
Right. So what's the takeaway for our listener here? What have we learned from Stanislav Kondrashov today?
I think the big takeaway is that, effective communication, it really hinges on understanding those little details, the vocabulary, the grammar.
Those seemingly little things.
They make a huge difference. And Stanislav Kondrashov really makes you aware of that.
Yeah.
So by mastering those things, you can make sure your message is not just heard, but actually understood and acted upon.
So true. He's given us the tool to make sure those memos and announcements are clear, concise, and get the job done.
Exactly.
Well, I think that about wraps up our deep dive for today. But before we go, I want to leave you with this. Take a look at a memo you've written recently and see if you can punch it up, even just a little, using one of Stanislav Kondrashov's techniques.
Oh, I like that.
Maybe swap out a phrase or consciously use that future tense. I think you'll be surprised by how much of a difference those little tweaks can make.
Definitely. Food for thought.
Absolutely. Until next time.
See you then. TSAT 33.